Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. There have been numerous reports suggesting that the ETF has been approved. It's finalized. The time has come. The announcement is still scheduled at 7 a.m., which many people are eagerly anticipating. Here on the Eastern Seaboard. However, we will discuss ETF costs because they are likely to be an important factor in the Bitcoin ETF, particularly if the management fees are tied to the US dollar and are waiting to see how this market reacts. Since he ceased reporting the SEC versus Ripple litigation, Charles Gasparini has been noticeably silent, and now he has taken aim at the XRP community once again in an apparent effort to regain his prominence. It's as if that was the sole linchpin of his career. Okay, let's take a look at the capitalist chart. Because I'm the only one who thinks Bitcoin will fall to $10,000 to $12,000, we'll discuss my predictions for XRP's low, middle, and high points. Then, we'll examine the short term to see where XRP needs to hold. Lastly, we'll talk about XRP doing 40X, because everything is falling into place. Put this one aside for now and unwind. Now we can leap into a total market cap of $1,682 billion for cryptocurrencies. The current price of one Bitcoin is $43,996. It has risen by 1.57% thus far. Throughout the previous day arrival of Ethereum at $22.52, the value is up 8%. US dollar, the dollar package, which includes T, is expected to arrive $1.01 XRP. The necessary support for a 59 to 60 cent XRP price point was not regained. At the moment, we're at 57 cents. Could there be any potential downsides to Miller? Indeed, I do think the bottoms. When I say the bottoms, I want this to be crystal obvious, and it doesn't rule out exploring pathways 5 and 7. We might come across 56 cents, 55 cents, or 54. The lowest level of play is this. If XRP drops below 50 cents, for example, we may look at the many ranges that make up bottom zones. Right now, those are off limits, in my opinion. I believe that is no longer recorded. We did observe its decline on the COO coin to 44 cents. Seriously, though, nobody managed to snare that wick. It was that swift. I believe we're in a range close to the bottom. I believe this is the designated seeding area for us, just in time for our next ascent. The next levels we're considering are straightforward. Once we break out of the 66 to 77 zone, we can begin to discuss the possibility of 92 cent XRP. After that, we enter our primary objective. We are targeting $1.50 as our primary XRP aim. To the exact centimeter. This has always been the case. What occurs in the $50 range will determine the outcome. In order to have a clearer picture of our expectations for XRP's future trajectory within this bull cycle. Additionally, we will address that matter regarding DX. We have finalized the arrangement we discussed, so Lux Lines, if you still haven't bought your NFTs, it's done. The announcement can be made now. My question is that I won't know anything about the announcement until it comes. We will be able to discuss it after it is released this month. How things have progressed with Flux Lions and the future of the project. If you haven't already, I highly recommend getting your NFT. For around $165, you'll get 30% of your investment returned in XRP on a monthly basis, regardless of how long the project lasts. Still, these NF right now. T is one of the top 2 projects on the XRP ledger, and we're aiming to take over that position by 2024. My community was informed of my prognosis. Once the price of these NFTs starts to rise, lock in your purchase today, and I guarantee you we will be the biggest project on the XRP ledger. In the race for fame, Bitcoin ETF fees will be essential. Only 6 companies with the intention of issuing spot Bitcoin ETFs have come forward with their fees, with Fidelity offering the lowest. Rather than over a dozen spots, just 6, the asset's funding will be heavily dependent on the fees that Bitcoin ETFs have revealed. 13 hopefuls. When I examine at the management fees in this area, integrity comes out on top. What makes this intriguing is that Fidelity has stated that their cost at 39% is the lowest compared to ARK and 21 shares, and that Valkyrie plans to charge nearly 1% of all customers for management. At 309, Fidelity is going to fire. Fidelity is in the know. Listen up, I'll show you the ropes. Get the lowest ETF charge out of the gate. Since individuals are increasingly seeking the most affordable options, many people with experience in the traditional arena may recognize the moniker Fidelity when they search for names. While BlackRock X is known to them, 21 shares of the Valkyrie may or may not be known to them. These names are unknown to them. So they won't be doing golf, as those are the trusted names. However, the more customers Fidelity can secure at a low rate, the better off they will be in the long run. So long as they haven't locked in, they can always raise it, can't they? When you notice that someone is getting a promotion, you can decide to lock them in for the first 3 months at $989. Also included are 5 Prentice's feet. The price would skyrocket to $50 for an additional month. Astute indeed. What faithfulness is doing is great. The US dollar is now facing this danger. This morning, I stumbled upon it. I am captivated by this. Observe this series. In 2023, you put away $100,000 each year from your 40-hour workweek, compounded with a 2% annual inflation rate. The Federal Reserve has imposed that rate. Your initial investment grows to $90,000. Inflation in the US currency only indicated that you worked 20 hours a week in 2023, but you didn't work 40 hours. After 35 years, the original $100,000 is now worth $50,000. However, inflation is claiming that you can only work $28 is still worth 10,000 hours of your time, 43 days of your labor, and $50,000 worth of your value. You are not deserving of this. Unless you happen to be a part of a monetary system where this is actually the case. Every year, the US dollar takes money that rightfully belongs to us earners and holders. Some people are cognizant of this, and as a result, they invest their hard-earned USD in things like real estate. A home's price goes up and life gets more affordable as a result. Every year, we get closer and closer to stealing your time, money, and life. That is the effect of inflation. There must be a better system than FIS, which is terrible. Fortunately, there is a remedy, which is the finest news that humanity has to offer. Everyone is treated fairly and equally under the system. Bitcoin is the solution if you wish to make the world a better place. There will be no more inflation, thanks to Bitcoin. There is no way for anyone to mint money. The underlying principle of Bitcoin's design is that, as time goes on, you really gain time rather than lose it, and the value of your labor rises year after year. Bitcoin completely changes the dynamic of the USD. To invest in Bitcoin is to cast a ballot for a more equitable society. Every vote counts, and if we can all pull together as quickly as possible, we can enter the promised land much sooner. Regarding Felician and dollar, that's a really intriguing thread, isn't it? The answer is no, since it's Bitcoin. Inflation eats away at your savings over time. In 35 years, the $100,000 you started with will be worth only $50,000. Yeah, that's crazy. This is insane. I figured I'd let you all know about Marino's efforts to re-establish his relevance by increasing his shoots at XRP. All of this is originating from Individuals X. I am Elmo Turat. What gives Stephen the will to confront her about the escape scandal? Now that we are aware of the controversy, we can put it behind us. Everything is in Stephen's hands. For what reason does she keep putting it off? Her profession as a journalist requires her to report on current events. Because everything is so well spelled out, the piece is likely to be the easiest one for her to understand. Being a part of it and having lived through it, he has all the facts. She can interview him because he will forward it to everyone at work, but they keep putting it off, and gasp. By continuing to attack the XRP community, Marino is attempting to fade into oblivion. I mean, this man is absolutely outrageous right now. Kappa. If you're unfamiliar with Capo, as far as the ETF news is concerned, he follows the story's reversal, capitulation, and main objective, which is 12,000, and everyone is against them. Here is his chart. Could he be correct? Only time will tell. The chart suggests a top around 4050 and then a move to 12,000. Is a $12,000 Bitcoin in the future possible? For the first time history, Bitcoin has not set a new all-time high during a halving. I believe this will happen once this bull run ends and Bitcoin drops back down to the $12,000 zone. However, the current data show that August is 485,000 to the top. This is not going to work, in my opinion. We can go into e-grad even if I don't think it's right. The 40X for XRP is being discussed. He thinks it's simple. Last time he went, XRP had a 20-fold spike, despite the SEC case. This time, the law is clear. He is correct in stating that the possibility of a 40 or 50x appears really encouraging. The last time this happened, we still went up 20 times, despite the SEC lawsuit being abandoned against XRP holders. Now that the law is clear in the United States, we can attract institutional investors. Therefore, a 40x is quite fair. Looking at a 40x on and using that 28-cent bottom price, we get XRP at $11. We discussed a $14 XRP if we wish to discuss a 50x on it. As an example, if XRP were to achieve a 21x multiplier, it would still only be worth $16 per RP, in contrast to the previous cycle's 58x XRP. An XRP price of $5.88 per cent remains our target. Everything is great because I set goals. My lowest is $2.80, which is the medium ground, and when compared to what Bitcoin accomplished with his 21x, it's great. When I look at those $6 XRP, all the stars align, and then I look at those $24 XRP. Everyone, this is entirely feasible and within the realm of possibility. Cryptus has done 100x's in 2030, 4050, and 7050. The global adoption of a currency with practical, real-world applications, regulatory clarity in the United States and other major economies, and the restoration of trust in international money transfers would seem too logical. I don't see why not. Run it 40 times, I'd like her to respond. Listening to my targets is important to me. And that is all. There are 3,624, we will succeed. Eventually, we will succeed. The irony is that I'm entering this from the point where Keith released his original Tron and XRP, so we're right back where we started. Those instruments and objectives will continue to play a leading role. $1.50 for the 51st one. Stick with the Washington Hans, be nice to each other, and be prepared for something to happen. In the next video, we'll discuss Bitcoin's potential price increase to $250,000. A lot of USDT is being printed right now. That concludes the video. I hope you all had fun. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.